All right, so I mean, I don't even have another motherboard to test this with. The only other X399 board I have is in the Threadripper build, and that's all hard-lined. Can't get that out of there very easily. And yeah, I'm just gonna go out there and say that I absolutely, positively hate the Threadripper retention system. For a limited time, buy a select EVGA GeForce GTX 1080 Ti or GTX 1080 graphics card or laptop and get a free copy of Destiny 2 for PC. Help save humanity's last safe city by following the link in the description below. I mean what I said. I absolutely hate, I cannot think of something I hate more than this stupid retention system on Threadripper. Let me tell you why. When I installed the CPU, the 1950X, inside of that system back there, that was at, what is that, ASUS? I think we need to move this again, don't we? Yeah. So when I installed the 1950X inside of the Threadripper build back there in the ASUS Zenith Extreme, no problems whatsoever. Tightening down the screws, piece of cake. Threads caught right away, no problem whatsoever. But this time around, it's not the same. So I'm trying to do a review of this Enermax cooler that's designed specifically for Threadripper. It's a full cover block. You can tell by the size of the pump. Look at that. That is massive, right? That ain't no, that's so heavy. That's no Asetek bullshit right there. This is a real full cover block. And I've always liked the Enermax all-in-ones. They're probably ranked one of my favorites. But the problem is when I went to install my 1920X on this AORUS board, I just couldn't get it to latch right. And I finally got it down, but I don't think it's working because now, as you saw, we're getting no post, no attempt to post. 00 showing on the motherboard, let it sit there for several minutes, didn't pop up. So now, here I am troubleshooting this. Goop and damn thermal paste everywhere now. AMD, why you do this? The problem here now is normally with troubleshooting, at least with what we've got here, is I could grab another CPU, another motherboard, off we go to see if it's working. But that's not the case with Ryzen or the Threadripper because I don't have extras. I've got one other board and one other CPU and they're being used in that hardline build and I'm not tearing it apart to test this stuff. I guess I'm not 100% positive as to why they have to have this damn torqued system here for mounting a CPU. I mean, I get it in the sense that they are concerned about the size of it maybe and that they're, I mean the cooler helps hold it down, so why do you have to have this crazy spring-loaded thing? But let me show you what I'm experiencing with this one. Okay, so I'm taking it off, 3, 2, 1 in the order it's supposed to be. I'm also not convinced that I don't have damage to this CPU, and let me tell you why. Because prior to what you've already seen here, we were in the middle of shooting another video, as I showed, and we were having some serious problem getting the damn latch to close and the threads to catch. And one of the reasons why I'm making this video today is because a lot of you have expressed concerns about your Threadripper systems and that the stupid thing doesn't want to catch. Now that I'm gonna do this Enermax review, I have to use different thermal paste, which is now gonna skew the results a little bit because I can't use their thermal paste since we used it all on this. I'm not sure this is gonna pick up on camera, but there's something I want Nick to try and see right here. If you look right here, do you see this indentation? The pin right next to it, it looks like it's being scratched. And scratched to the point where it looks like it's lifting because it appears to be interfering with something over here.
Oh yeah.
Do you see that right there?
Yeah.
Okay, so something is interfering and hitting right there. And I don't know what it is. There's no debris down in here. And I'm installing it exactly the way it's supposed to be. But let me show you guys what I'm dealing with here. So when I take this, slide this down the little carrier, that clicks into place. And then the backside here is sort of spring-loaded like it's supposed to be, right? That's one of the reasons why it has to, at least I think it's supposed to be spring-loaded. The other one was too. But that's one of the reasons why now you have to torque this one first and then that one last. But what I'm experiencing here is that it's not going down far enough and I can't tell if something back here is hitting. See, that's making like a clicking sound. If I take this, try and get number 1 started. I have to actually push down like fairly hard. See that? Like I actually have to put weight into getting that thread started, which I don't think it's supposed to. But anyway, so we're gonna go 1. Now the problem I'm having here is there's no, like you can't, look how much weight I'm putting into that. I'm actually bending the whole board and box, right? So I can't get these started very easily. Like on the ASUS board, there was enough threading on these screws to where I could just do that and it would catch. But now to get it to catch, see, I'm putting so much weight into that. I'm too fat to be doing this. So I cannot get number 2 to catch now. And this is what I was experiencing earlier. And I'm pretty sure, by the way, that these retention systems are sent by AMD or whoever does the manufacturing to the motherboard manufacturers and they implement them. So this is not a like anti-gigabyte or anti-AORUS. I'm pretty sure that that's how it works. I don't think they're the ones making the socket. They're the ones mounting the socket that's provided by AMD. So if you see, I cannot get it to start. That's the problem here. This is number 2. This is supposed to be, so I cannot get the damn thing to go. Now I think I can get 3 on first. No, I can't get 3 to go either now. So I'm pretty sure that this is why I'm getting a no post, because I think this is jacked up in some way. So it appears to have completely foobarred and borked my ability to do the video I set out to do because it just simply will not latch. I mean, if you get in there, Nick, you can see right there, the screws line up. There's just no, like there's no length to the screw. It's not enough to catch it. I'm putting like my weight, like my body weight. This is not the way it's supposed to be. I'm putting, look at the box. You see the box, right? Do you see this?
Yeah.
Let's do this again. There, with all my body weight in it. And I'm a fat guy. I finally got that to catch, okay? And that's really hard to turn. Like I'm almost positive we're getting more force than the actual like. Okay, there's that. Now let's try number 3. I just want to reiterate, guys, when I did the other build, I did not have to put my body weight into it. I just turned the screwdriver. So I'm convinced now that something is not right on that. Now 3 went on pretty easy because 2 is torquing it down, right? So let's get 3 on there. That. So I'm gonna try booting it one more time and we'll see what happens. But I'm not feeling very positive on this one, especially since like I showed you that pin has like that scratch. It's like a different color and slightly lifted because it's almost like it's interfering on something in there. Let's give it a shot. All right, so moment of truth number 2. We just reseated it, which is always AMD's like level 1 tech support. If someone's having a problem with TR4, it's always, well, did you seat the CPU properly? It's like, I mean, you can pay a monkey to say that. Okay, still shows double zeros. I don't know if that actually cycles through anything like others do. A red LED right there. I don't think anything's gonna work, to be honest with you. I mean, I've already done clear CMOS. I've done all that crap. So yeah, Enermax, I'll get to your review when I can, but first I got to get through the barrage of AMD problems here. But looking at the motherboard though, I can see, I don't know if Nick's probably not gonna be able to get in there, but there's a red LED. There's red LEDs everywhere, right? But that one right there, right? That guy right there is lit up saying CPU, which is saying we have a CPU fault. So I've already reseated it once. You guys have seen I can't get that thing torqued down without putting my whole body weight into it. Normally it's pretty solid, all right? Like I said, I didn't have any problems with the other one. Lots of you guys have built TR4 systems with no problems, but I mean, I've gotten a lot of messages from people though with problems with getting this torque down and working properly. So I don't know if it's a QA issue, you know, quality assurance issue or what, but at this point, yeah, I don't know where to go next. If you guys been having problems, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys. And as always, I'll see you in the next one, if it works.